Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome back. This video is for entertainment purposes only. My opinion only. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer is on the board. I'm walking a little bit, but it'll only be for a second. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So the big difference. So what I want to talk about is the difference between Peach and all her ramblings and crying and sniffling, snotting on the internet versus the other young lady, Zenia Simone. So Zenia Simone, she's a young woman. She has 3 kids, and she's pregnant with baby number 4. She has I know it's over 100,000, so it could be more than that. I know when I started watching her, she was like over 100,000 YouTube subscribers. So she does mommy content. She has 3 kids and things like that. I think right now she's in a little bit of a transition where she's trying to maybe possibly find a different home, which the mobile or whatever, which, all the people done gave the advice to Peach. So the difference between Peach coming up here crying and telling all the church's business and telling everybody business who didn't ask to get their business told, continuing to do whatever. She's up in the morning, got the people paying for her to get up, over there bragging that CPS is paying for daycare and things of that nature, and she has a goal for $1 million. I mean, come on. We all have goals. Do you have a goal? Do you have a drive? What do you want to achieve? We all have them. Anyway, nothing wrong with that. So, but we know that Peach has a lot going on. She got her husband. She got 9 kids. She tell you every day. And she's trying to adjust and figure things out for her family by herself. She has a husband, but it seems like she doesn't rely on him to help. He's not required to help. It's a back and forth. It's a give and take. Come on. We all know what's going on over there. And who has time for that every day? Certainly not me. I don't have time for it, But Peach, she gonna do what she wants to do, regardless. Whoever it hurts, whoever may be a little sad about it. We already know about what a good 2 weeks ago. It probably hasn't even been 2 weeks. She made her auntie sad. She done made her mama sad. I saw just a screenshot. It seems like the brother and the mama and the grandma want to come out and say something. Now, I don't know. I haven't watched it. So, back to what I'm trying to get at. It's going to be a real quick video today. So, when Zenia came out and was telling her story, what made her upset that day is that she had got in an argument with a family member, and she didn't want to disclose the family member. She did not want to say who the family member was, but in her talking and crying, it does you can kind of segue into who she may or may not have been talking about. So she says that she doesn't want to do drama on her channel. She's a mommy channel. She does mommy content with her babies. I think she started her channel a long time ago, and it was weird because it hasn't even been very long where her video pop. If you watch one video, then some of the older videos will pop up, and it popped up on how she was telling the story when she got pregnant when she was 14, and what was going on and how it was hurtful for her. You know, her parents took her to go and not continue with the pregnancy, and she decided she didn't want to. She ran away. You know, they had to call the cops. They had to find her. She lived like in one of the Carolinas, I think. So she said she ran off into some woods and things like that because she wanted to, have her baby, even though she was at a young age. She said she wanted to do it. So, she did. We know she had her baby. And so she was upset, and she was hurt by the family member who was trying to make her look bad amongst her other siblings. Her parent she comes from a big family, let's just say that. So it was hurtful to her that the family member was trying to make her look bad amongst her siblings and saying things about her that were untrue, trying to make it seem like something is wrong with her and things like that. If you've seen those videos when she was younger, you could see that even then she was trying to motivate herself. She had sticky notes all over her wall, or maybe that was like a board or something. But I noticed that she had sticky notes of, you can do it, you can achieve better, just all the positive affirmations that you want to write down and say to yourself every day in the morning when you wake up, beyond your daily prayer. She had all of those things going for her. So even maybe about a year ago, she was in a different apartment. She wasn't with this current relationship guy that she's with, and she was by herself, and she was struggling, because she's young. So, she would come talk to the YouTube and tell everyone how she was struggling. She was going to church and just trying to figure it out for herself. She said she went to counseling. She went to therapy. She had a tragedy with one of her kids' father. Unfortunately, he lost, he went on, up yonder. So she's been dealing with that on top of being a mother, on top of having a young pregnancy, on top of it seems like she has some difficulties going on in her home life, inside her home growing up. So she goes on to say that there's so many stories that she can tell. She did not want to come on YouTube and start crying and telling business and telling what may or may not happen to her as a child growing up. Because you could see the hurt. You could feel it. She was wearing it on her face. She was crying. She did not want to do it. She said the family member said something about, oh, you just want to be social media. She talked about jealousy and social media. I know, excuse me. I know when I started watching her, I don't even know how I was introduced, but I do recall that she gets very good views on her videos. So she's making good money. She had a big house. She was renting. She was making good money, had a big house, doing all those things, buying everything, getting the kids, buying her own groceries, not up there worrying about a food stamp or anything like that. sometimes that may happen. You may have to do those things, but unlike Peach, who's bragging about it. But anyway, the point of it is that she did not want to do it. But sometimes you just have to get things out. You just have to say things out loud. It's not like she's been coming up here and doing it for 5 years, even though she may have had something bad go on to her in her childhood. She's not dramatizing it on it every day like we know how someone else does. And they don't have no shame about it. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care what they say. They just go about doing whatever it is they want to do. But you see that this hurt this young lady, and she felt like, this is not what I want to give my audience. So she's trying. So she's trying to get it out, but she does not want to do it in a malicious intent type of way. Like we know how a lot of people, a lot of the patchers favor YouTube like to do.